This is the second part of the Makari painting tutorials. Today we'll be focusing on his sickly Grot skin.
That the entirety of the cosmos is accessible to each and every individual's mind, connecting to the great mind, the great spirit.
Welcome back to the channel, collectors. So today we'll be focusing on the sickly Grot skin on Makari, the greatest orc in the 40k universe. Alright, so if you're ready, let us begin. Alright, so right now we're gonna start with Makari part 2. Today we'll be focusing on the sickly Grot skin. So for Grot skin, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna mix it up. The first is gonna be a brownish green. The base layer is gonna be a sort of still brownish but lighter green. Mid-tone is gonna be pretty saturated, and the highlights are gonna be orange tinted. So if you do not already know, I use Chimera colors, and for the olive green and the flesh tones, what I'm using are Josonia. Okay, so we're just gonna base the entire color in the base coat. Remember, it's just a brownish green, so you just can add pretty much any olive green with a raw umber and you should get this color. So you want to base coat this pretty evenly so that you don't leave any of the undercoat showing. Alright, so moving on, we are going into the base layer. In the base layer, you don't want to highlight everything. You still just want to make sure that you are doing a value sketch. And right now I'm not going into any of the details. I'm just going to the main areas which are exposed to the light. So areas which have shadows on them or areas which are obscured by objects will not be covered by the base layer. This base layer serves as a indication of where I should be highlighting next. So as you guys can see in the mid-tone, sort of like a desaturated mid-green, which most of the miniature will be highlighted in. Right now I'm going into detail, highlighting the main volumes of the miniature. I will be doing a understanding volumes video in the future, and you should check it out when it does come out. Okay? So at this point of time, I'm also focusing on the love handles that Makari has so that I can bring it up. And at this stage, it's too early to miss out on any of the details, so you want to show the jawbones also. So at the next stage, I'm creating a highlight. However, there's a little bit of orange and flesh color effect, and it's gonna be sickly, so it's gonna be a bit yellowish. At this stage, I'm going to just leave a little bit of the previous color behind, showing in there underneath, and I'm going to do about 2 coats of this color. As you guys can see, it really brings out the sickly Grot look when painting this miniature. At this stage, you want to be going into the details and showcasing the individual details. Okay? Next, what I'm going to be mixing, I'm going to be mixing the helmet, the metallic on the helmets. So I'm going to start off with a blackish grey to a lighter green blue, and eventually moving to a khaki color and an orange highlight to showcase the orange environment that he is in. So as per normal, the base colors are done so that it's an even coverage and you want a smooth finish. Sorry, because it's raining now, you might hear a bit of thunder at the back. So we are going to the base layer. At this stage you should pay attention because it's metallic about the shape of the highlight. I'm going to be highlighting large areas of this, but a tip would be to make sure that the shapes are correct. If you do not know what shapes to highlight, you could follow this tutorial and copy the shapes exactly. Okay, moving on, we're going into a mid-tone. So it's going to be a khaki color. You might question like, why is there a warm mid-tone on top of the cool color? Because we are trying to create this metallic effect. So the transition from warm to cool is very important. So right now it's a very strong highlight, but however there's a bit of orange in it to showcase the different temperatures. So this is a warm highlight contrasted by a cool base. As you guys can see, it creates a pretty interesting effect, and I hope you guys can try it out. If you guys do try it out, please do tag us on Facebook or Instagram so that I can have a look at your miniatures. At the same time, I'm using the same highlight to push up additional details on the rest of the banner. So you want to be focusing this on the reflective areas, as all the reflective areas tend to have a similar value at the gleam. This is why I'm using the same color throughout. So I'm going back to the mid-tone to paint in the teeth. This is Zendrida's teeth. And I'm just gonna paint in the little teeth. So I'm also gonna use the same color to do a little bit of edge highlighting. And gonna use pure Chimera Red as a glaze for the nose to give it a little bit of that warm effect. Because you don't want Makari to look like he's dead, so you want to give him a little bit of blood vessels in the nose too. So right now I'm just touching up the rest of the model. We're going to be finishing the rest of the model soon. So I hope you found this video tutorial useful. This is part 2 of 2. If you haven't seen part 1 where we painted Makari's banner, you can check it out. The colors will be in the first video, so you guys don't want to miss that out. Links will be in the description. So Makari also has some exposed toenails, so you just want to make sure that every single detail is painted. Like his little sword, and you want to make the miniature a little bit more readable. So next up, I'm going to be finishing off his Imperial Guard helmet. The Imperial Guard helmet is just basically Chimera green with raw umber, with a lot more Chimera green to create this emerald looking color. You could just paint it as you would a normal Imperial Guard helmet. And I'm just gonna be finishing off this miniature with a couple of eye gems and some non-metallic metal gold on the eagle emblem on the forehead. And after this, you can just go and start basing the miniature according to your orc army. Because of this atmosphere that we have painted Makari in, I recommend basing him in something warm to showcase that he is in a warm environment, because we have painted him in a warm orange ambient color. Okay. So So just gradually picking up the details with pure Joe Sonia skin tone. Making sure the entire miniature is as readable as possible. If you want to take this miniature to the next level, you could also do a little bit of freehand on the square little metal blocks. As this miniature is just for tabletop, I will not be doing any freehands, so I look forward to seeing your freehands on these metal blocks. So I'm also painting in the rest of the banner from the back, and I hope you enjoyed today's video. Remember the drill, and I hope you guys have a good day. This is the finished result. Have a good one, guys.
So, now with Makari fully complete, I painted the entire thing in under 90 minutes. What do you think about this tutorial? Let me know in the comments below. If you found it useful, please share it with your friends because it really helps me. And if you can afford it, become a Patreon today. Patrons get early access and exclusive videos to many of my tutorials, and I hope that we can become better miniature painters together. Alright, I'd like to thank my patrons for allowing me to do this, and hope to see you in the next video. See you!